All right, I'm sitting at the Reed's Gap parking lot off the Blue Ridge Parkway. Today we're gonna do the three ridges and the Mau Har Trail. It's about 14 and a half miles. We can do it all in one day. I'm testing out a new piece of equipment. I've got a Mystery Ranch Bridger 65 pack. I've been hiking with a Osprey Atmos 65, and I just got this Mystery Ranch pack. We're getting ready to do another like a 3-day hike in a little bit, and so I wanted to get out and really test this pack to make sure it fits well, and I got it loaded the way that I needed to. It has my hiking load in it, which is about 34 pounds. So I have all the gear that I would normally take on an overnight, and I just have a day's worth of food in here, so that's the only thing that's a little bit lighter, but other than that, everything else is there. So we'll see. One of the things that the reason why I'm testing this pack out is because it has a double yoke system, a lot like a running vest, where most packs have just got a single strap that crosses the chest. This Mystery Ranch has got two, and it's supposed to sit better on your shoulders, so we're going to give that a try. So like I said, we're at the Three Ridges hike, Reed's Gap parking lot. We'll jump on the AT, and we'll take you along. All right, coming out of the Reed's Gap parking lot, it's pretty much start climbing right away. So there were some thru hikers getting dropped off by a shuttle on my way out, so that was pretty cool. They're heading northbound, so all right, so that first section, that first half mile is a steep climb. So we climbed 400 feet and a half miles distance. So it's a good way to get the legs started. The terrain is kind of rocky. It's basically straight up from the parking lot with a dip. But then once you get to the top of this ridge, it starts to level out, and it's a little easier walking. All right, at mile 1.6, you come to where the split for the Mau Har trail is, and that's what will be coming up this afternoon. And there's a field shelter down there as well. You come up here and you can see the map where the shelter is, and there's a bathroom and the AT, and then there's the good map where you're at. All right, so off we go. So we've only been out for like 35 minutes. We started at 8:30. I saw one hiker coming past me so far, so it's early in the morning. And cool thing about these hikes is just that it's nice and quiet and peaceful. So all right, we're about 3 miles in, and we just came to this section that's got a lot of like rock fall. So the trail moves in and out of this kind of stuff where it's nice and smooth, and then you get to where the trail is just a rock path through, rock fall. All right, mile 3.5. Well, that view is awesome. About 3/10 of a mile later, you come up to the top of the ridge, and we're at 3,700 feet, just a little bit above 3,700 feet. and you're just ridge walking for a little while. But that view was something else. It's a good spot, you know, to eat lunch or get a snack. I had some water, and but we'll eat lunch later because it's still only 10 o'clock. So we got some miles left to put in before we get to ready to eat. So all right, it's about a half mile later, and we're at our highest point thus far, which is 39.53. Just as a base elevation, we were at 2,500 feet at the parking area. So we've climbed 1,400 feet in 4 miles. So it'll push you, that's for sure. It's a lot of climbing up. So, but here's the view right at the top where we are. So you can see the trees have all changed to a lower scrub brush. And you can just make out stuff in the distance. All right, at the end of this ridge, you come up and you can see Harper's Creek shelters 3 miles that way. Just got done talking to a super nice guy. He started his through hike in January, and he's just in Virginia now. 65 years old, retired from Maine. And so, like I said, he started back in January. Super nice guy, and just cool to talk to him. Was in the Navy on the civilian side for 30 years, and is just out hiking. So super cool, super nice. It's fun just to talk to people sometimes and see where they're from, if they're willing to talk. You know, some of the times you pass people out here and they say hello and just keep on motoring. So anyway, pretty cool. All right, once you pass that sign, the trail gets narrow, and you're basically doing switchbacks downhill the whole way. So in a very short time, we've already dropped 500 feet. So just gotta watch your footing. I'm a little bit over 5.5 miles. You come to another ridge, and this is the view. I don't know if you guys can see it, but right in the center, there's that rock outcropping that you can see. That was the first overlook kind of view that I showed you on the trail. So we're a considerable distance away. Again, there's that high peak at 3,900 feet over there. So the trail just kind of opens up onto this rock face. And you can see everything in the background. I think I'm going to stop and make some lunch. All right, so we finished lunch. I had some pad thai. It's a little heavy meal for lunch, but I was hungry, and it's a little spicy at first, but the rest of it's pretty good. So we're coming down. We got another mile or so till we hit the shelter in the campground. There's a good water source there, and we'll get some water, and then we'll start heading up. We'll make a right on the Blue Blaze toward the Mau Har, or however they say it. Someone, I think, will probably get mad at me because I said it wrong. But that goes up Campbell's Creek, and for 3 miles, you basically climb up along some waterfalls and stuff. So it's pretty cool. So the trail, as we descend, goes through these, what I'm still going to call a rock fall area, where rocks are just deposited, and that's what you got to navigate through. So footing can be kind of tricky. Just like that. All right, we've made it down to the shelter. You can hear the water running in the background. And we've dropped considerably. We're at 1,600 feet. So at our high point, we were at 3,900 feet. And down here we're at, 1,860 feet. And we're at 1,860 feet, and I'm gonna grab some water out of this stream up ahead, and then we'll head up to the we'll change off the AT to the Mau Har Trail and head back up. This is Harper's Creek shelter. All right, we filled our 2 liters of water bottles up with I use the Katadyn Be Free. I like that system. And for like camp, I have a double bag CNOC system, CNOC. That gravity drains through a filter from a dirty bag into a clean bag. And then you can take that 2-liter bag and fill your water bottles up. And you can kind of hang that while you're at camp. Versus having to squeeze everything. So the Sawyer squeeze works good too. That's what Emily carries in her pack. So we have several different systems just in case. But Harper's Creek, good camping there. There's an outhouse up above the shelter and vault toilet. So we'll be on the, we'll get off the AT here in a little bit. All right, we made it to where the Mau Har Trail divides. So we'll be headed that way. And then of course, the Appalachian Trail heads south and north. And we just came from Harper's Creek. I don't know if I've talked about this yet or not, but as you're walking a trail, whether it's the Appalachian Trail or any other spur trails, and you see 2 bars, that means the trail is about to change direction. It's either going to go to the right or to the left. It could be a trail intersection. In this case, it's letting you know that there's a turn to the right and the trail makes a turn. So if you see those 2 bars, that's getting ready to tell you that the trail, like I said, is going to come to an intersection of another trail, or it's going to turn to a different direction. So just keep your eyes open for those double blazes, and that's going to let you know that there's a turn in the trail ahead, especially like with switchbacks and things like that. There's a little yellow spur trail that comes down to some waterfalls right off the main trail. The waterfalls are about 9.5 miles into the trail or so, about 1.5 miles from the start of the Mau Har. So if you find yourself down here, check them out. Mr. No Shoulders. Looks like a copperhead. Ooh, that scared me. He was sitting right on the trail. It is copperhead season. It's mating season for them, so you do have to be cognizant. All right, we're up to the top of the falls now. Just got the creek running beside us. Funny thing about snakes is once you see one, you think everything that moves is one. So the human mind can play tricks on you. I haven't seen another one, but every time I hear something move in the brush or it looks like a stick, it looks like a snake. I guess that goes away after a while. Whew. Once you get to the top of those falls, you come into like a little meadow, and the 2.5 mile mark from the sign, it goes straight up. We climbed almost 700 feet in 1/2 mile. It's no joke. So we should be coming up on the Maupin shelter here soon. All right, that was the Maupin shelter. There's tons of camping around there. There's a privy right off the backside of the campground, and we're almost back to the AT now. And we're gonna follow that back to the car. So it's been a good day. We've got 11.5 miles in. It's 3 o'clock. So we made good time. I took about 1/2 an hour for lunch. And, you know, we've had some scenic stops, hit the overlooks and waterfalls. So it's not been bad. The Mau Har Trail is they say it's a shortcut, but, you know, you're going to work for it. So, you know, pick your poison as you're coming northbound. Most people stay on the AT, my guess is, to finish up. So we're gonna wrap this up and head back to the car. We made it back to the car. So today, a little over 13 miles. It took us, with a lunch break and all the stops, 6 hours and 50 minutes. It's almost 4 o'clock now. We started at 8:30. And we had 4,000 feet of elevation gain and 3,900 feet of elevation loss. So it's been a big day. It's been a big hike. The pack did good. I'm not 100% happy with how the hip belt kind of sits on me, and I readjusted the pack 2 or 3 times. But I do like the double-breasted chest harness for the yoke. I think it really feels like it centers the pack on me pretty well. So that was the 3 Ridges hike with the addition of the Mau Har short loop back to 3 Ridges and then back to the parking lot here at Reed's Gap. If you're still watching this, thanks so much. Hope you guys got something from the video. Like I said before, we're a new channel, so please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if you like the videos, and we're going to keep making some more.